Hello everyone, back tuning in to today's second video. We've already done the 5-day forecast, which you can find on the homepage. Just scroll down a little bit underneath this video and under the text ads, and you'll be able to find the 5-day forecast video there. There's also the written version, which you can get to via a button at the top of the page that says written forecast. So it's going to be a very interesting 5 days coming up, because we're going to have some unusual warm weather, particularly at the weekend. Temperatures could be up into mid-20s Celsius, into the upper 70s Fahrenheit, almost approaching 80 Fahrenheit at the weekend, which for early May is quite remarkable, especially how cold it was last week. But as well as that, there's going to be a risk of thunderstorms as well. So if you want to know about the coming 5 days, do check out 5-day forecast. It's one of the more interesting ones that we have done. This is going to explore the next 30 to 40 days with the Beijing Climate Centre. So we'll be extending out into the middle part of June with this update. And seeing what the Beijing Climate Centre is predicting for the coming 40 days. So I'll get on with that in a second, but before I get on with that, just say about the ads. There's links to articles on all the pages. Have a browse through the widgets and click through the links if there's any articles that you're interested in. Thanks so much for doing that. This video out of most pages, say open up the content, you can watch it close back up again. It pays for GalService.com, so it allows us to stay completely free of charge. I don't have to worry about subscriptions or pay-per-view, anything like that. By you engaging with the ads, we can stay free at the point of giving you the updates. So we're going to get on with the Beijing Climate Centre update for Beijing Climate Centre Wednesday now. We're going to start off with the 500 millibar heights. They're broken down into 10-day periods. Now have a look at the corresponding temperature and precipitation anomalies. So starting off with the coming 10 days, this takes us from the 6th of May through to the 15th. Remember, blue extrapolates to low pressure, and yellow, orange, red extrapolates to high pressure. So for the coming 10 days, we've got this trough centred to the west and southwest of the country, a ridge over towards Newfoundland, and then also some ridging through the central part of the Mediterranean over here. It means, it's quite a messy chart, but it means that the jet stream is doing something like that. And it does place us on the warm side of the jet. We're bringing up sort of southerly influences there with this. The airflow will be coming from the southwest, and bands of rain, courtesy of this trough, will be thrown up across the country. Maybe thunderstorms as well. As I say, there could be thunderstorms at the weekend. So going to be a very interesting week to 10-day period, I would think. Now, as we go through to the next 10-day period, this taking us from the 16th through the 25th of May, still looks quite unsettled. And what happens is that the trough is being centred virtually over the top of the country. So we're cutting off that southerly influence. We're sort of having the winds in from the west at this point, something like that. The sort of warmest of the air is going into the east and southeast of Europe over here. So this is unsettled, but it's also cooler as well. Generally the flow is more or less westerly across the Atlantic. So bands of rain coming across the UK through this middle 10 days of May. But the crucial point here is that the temperatures are going to be quite a bit cooler if that comes off. The next 10 days, which takes us to the end of the month and into June, so it's going from the 26th of May through to the 4th of June. This one places the trough out to the northwest of Scotland, signs of ridging down to the south. This is a more typical pattern, really. High pressure to the south, low pressure to the north. Jet stream coming through rather like that. It places the north and west with the most unsettled conditions, but southeast get the driest conditions. Temperatures probably close to average. And then the final 10-day period, going from the 5th through to the 14th of June, all very similar. Low pressure is up to the north, so below average heights around Iceland and Greenland. High pressure down to the south. If anything, that's extending its influence into the country, so it doesn't look too bad, really. The jet stream is still running through the UK rather like that, but it is being pushed further north, and particularly for England and Wales, that could be very decent indeed. Very pleasant June if that was to come off. I'm not sure temperatures would be terribly exciting because it's all Atlantic based, but yeah, quite pleasant as we go through into June. So this is how the temperature anomalies are stacking up. The coming 10 days, going from the 6th through to the 15th of May, warmer than average. Going to be quite a warm period coming up. Of course, we've got a southwesterly, southerly influence, so that's why the temperatures are holding up quite well. The next 10-day period, this one looked cool, remember, the flow is going more westerly. This is from the 16th to the 25th. And that does go a little bit cooler than average. Not a big anomaly, but certainly a drop in temperature taking place there through the middle part of the month. That continues to some degree in towards the last period of May and start of June. So this is the 26th of May through to the 4th of June. That one again close to average, perhaps even hinting being a little bit on the cooler than average side. And then the next 10-day period is going well into June. This is from the 5th through to the 14th of June. That one goes above average. So a bit up and down with the temperature, but the upshot is starting off very warm, going cooler, and then warming up again, I think, as we go through in towards June. Precipitation looking like this, so quite a wet 10 days coming up, despite the fact that the temperatures through the 6th through to the from the 6th, through to the 15th of June, the temperatures in this period are quite warm. It looks like precipitation is going to be above average. A lot of that could be thunder as well, thundery precipitation. So, particularly for the south, there could be a lot of storms around in the coming period. The 16th through to the 25th of May, that one also looking wetter than average. Remember, the flow goes generally to the west. At this point, we lose that southerly influence, so the temperatures drop a bit, but we keep the rainfall still coming off the Atlantic. The next 10-day period, that one looking wetter than average as well into the end of May and the start of June. And then we finish up with a bit of a drier trend. Remember, for the final 10 days, the 5th through to the 14th of June, pressure's building from the south, from the Azores, pushing the jet stream north. So it's all turning a bit drier than average, although still quite unsettled to the far north of Scotland. So it looks like temperatures are going to be up and down. We're starting off very warm and with the risk of some significant thunder and heavy rain as well with that warmth. Then we go cooler but still quite wet, and as we get through into June, that's when it looks like we get a more definitive build of high pressure from the Azores, which could give us a very nice spell of early summer weather sometime around the middle of June. All very speculative, of course, and we'll see how it goes. We'll do another Beijing update next Wednesday after the 5-day forecast, and it might look very different then. These are experimental models, so we'll see how it goes. That's it for now then. Thanks for watching.